Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Food Vanessa. It's finally summer vacation, and today I'm going to kick off the summer with making Petite almond tea cakes with a special raspberry puree. They're so delicious, and I don't think I should say anything more. I think we should get right into it. So let's begin. First thing, as usual, we're going to deal with our dry ingredients. So I'm taking 1 cup of almond flour and mixing it together with half a cup of all-purpose flour. And I'm using Bob's Red Mill almond meal / almond flour. They're the same thing. I find this is a really good brand, and you can find it in any grocery store. Then I'm setting my dry ingredients aside, and then in a standing or handheld electric mixer, I'm taking 5 large egg whites and just beating them until they turn loose and they form like a slightly loose foam. Then I'm taking 1 cup of white granulated sugar and I'm sprinkling that over the egg whites for about 4 to 6 minutes, or until the egg whites become really nice and glossy and really nice full white color. This whole process really ensures that our tea cakes are really nice and light and fluffy rather than hard and dense. Next, we're going to go back to our dry ingredients, and I'm going to sift those into our egg whites in 3 to 4 rounds. This will make the texture of our tea cakes really fine instead of coarse, and it won't have any large chunks of almond in them. Then after each addition, gently fold in the flour mixture and fold it in, like I said, gently so that our tea cakes don't become hard and tough. Next, fold in 1 tablespoon of honey along with 1/3 of a cup of melted butter that has been cooled. And then the batter should be like a light white color, it shouldn't really be yellow, and it should be nice and smooth after you're done folding everything in. Now we're going to let our tea cakes rest for 30 minutes in room temperature. Make sure you cover it with plastic wrap before you let it rest for 30 minutes. In the meantime, you can preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and also brush a cupcake tin, or you can use mini tar pans, which would be really cute, with some butter, and then also sprinkle some flour in them to ensure also that our tea cakes do not stick to the pan and make a big mess. After about 30 minutes, take your batter and then spoon them with a cupcake scoop into each of your cupcake tins, filling them about 3/4 of the way full, or if you want smaller cakes, then you can fill them about half of the way full. Then, once you're done filling each of your cupcake tin molds, you can just tap it lightly to release any air bubbles, and then put them in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes, or until they develop a golden brown color. So after about 8 minutes, let each cake cool in the pan, or you can cool them on a wire rack, and we'll get started on our raspberry puree. So for the raspberry sauce, you'll need about 2 cups of fresh or frozen raspberries, or you can really use any fruit that you would like. Blueberries, strawberries, even lemons with lemon juice would be great. So then in a blender, you're going to want to pour your raspberries and just mix those together on the puree mode. Then once the raspberries are all mixed and they become like more of a sauce, you're going to add 1/8 of a cup of confectioner sugar into the raspberries and then beat those in as well. Now basically your raspberry sauce is completed, and you can add a tablespoon of lemon juice just to offset the sweetness, but I didn't do that in this recipe, that's optional. So you're going to take each cake out of the cupcake tin if you haven't already, and then put them upside down. I put them on a cake stand or any platter that you like, and then we're going to finish each off with a scoop of the raspberry sauce. And then I also added a single raspberry onto each cake, as well as sliced almonds. So there you go, you have these super easy, delicious almond tea cakes that are sure to impress your guests. Now what better way to start off the summer than to enjoy them outside, so let's go! Remember, you can get this recipe and many more on my website at foodfinessa.com. Just print it out, whip them up, and there you go, you have super easy almond tea cakes. So I'll see you next time on another episode of Food Finessa. Bye!